Do you ever feel like the universe totally ghosted you? I mean, you're out here, you're manifesting your soulmate, your dream job, or that big podcast sponsorship deal with DoorDash. Wink, wink. Basically, you're treating manifesting like it's a 24-hour job, and still, crickets. This one is for the dreamers who've done all the things. Vision boards, affirmation, saging during the full moon, but are left with only breadcrumbs. And for the overachievers, hi me, who secretly just want a little certainty in this uncertain world. Okay, manifesting is everywhere. TikTok trends, therapy sessions, celebrity interviews. It's honestly like a cultural movement. If you think it, you speak it, you vibe high enough, and boom, it's yours. But what if some of it is actually low-key toxic? I mean, we hear stories all the time of, I manifested my dream house. I manifested $1 million. Okay, if you manifested $1 million, can you please teach me your ways? Call me. But no one talks about the heartbreak of manifestations gone wrong. When you do all the right things and it still doesn't happen. Today, I want to talk to you about why I'm not fully sold on manifesting and what I believe does work instead. Think energy, aligned action, and the big uncomfortable thing called letting go of the timeline. And yes, I'll share the story of the dream I did manifest and how it still broke my heart. Hey, welcome back to Small Talk with Sheila, the podcast where we get real about the messy, funny, romantic, ridiculous beauty of being a human being. I'm your host, Sheila, and today I've got a take that might challenge everything you've learned from The Secret and that one friend who swears she manifested her Porsche. Let's talk about the side of manifesting that nobody ever posts about. Definitely light your Sheila candle for this one because we are about to go woo-woo. So a few weeks ago, I read this Substack by Alex Traeger. She's a cookbook author that I adore, even though I don't cook. But she was sure her book, Scratch That, would become a New York Times bestseller. She visualized it. She believed it. She did everything the manifestation experts tell us to do. And it didn't happen. She wrote so honestly about what it felt like to believe so fully and still not see it come true. And it cracked me open because I've lived that too. There were times I thought if I just visualized hard enough, the universe would deliver on my timeline. Like, excuse me, universe, I said Q1 2025 for my big break. I mean, where is it? But manifesting isn't magic. It's not some Amazon Prime order. You don't get to choose the exact delivery window. And that's the part no one talks about. What does work? Okay, dreaming big and taking steps toward it, but also giving life some breathing room. Because sometimes the thing you want, it's coming, just not when you expect it. The timing might feel wrong, but it often makes sense later. I mean, if you look back on life, the moments you thought there were delays, they were actually detours that set you up for something better. And one of the biggest reasons I started questioning it, the rules. The ridiculous, rigid rules of manifesting. Somewhere along the way, manifesting stopped being fun and started feeling like a spiritual homework assignment. You can't say, I want to be. You have to say, I am. You can't just dream it. You have to embody it. You can't doubt it. You can't question it. You can't even ask twice. Heck, you can't even have a bad day in peace. It's like the universe is a strict teacher grading our vibrations. One wrong move and boom, there goes your dream house and $1 million. When The Secret first came out and was all the rage, I was at my lowest point, you guys. I was jobless, I was heartbroken, I was desperate. And I remember making 7 vision boards in a single week. 7. I told myself I just had a lot of time on my hands. But deep down, I thought if I made the perfect collage of images, life would magically fix itself. Instead of feeling hopeful, I was feeling like a failure, and that's the real problem. These so-called rules are completely made up. I mean, if you think about it, the world is chaos. People like to cling to rules to feel like there's some sort of order. But all it does is make you feel like you're screwing up your destiny because you didn't script your affirmations perfectly or, light the right candle. I would light a Sheila candle. It's exhausting. What does work? Instead of obsessing over the right words, the best candle color, or whether Mercury is in retrograde, focus on clarity. What do you actually want? Forget the rules. Make a messy list of all of your real desires and take one tiny step. It's progress over perfection every time. But it's not just the rules, you guys. Sometimes manifesting can actually keep us stuck. Yeah, stuck. Here's my spiciest take. Manifesting can make people lazy. I mean, listen, you still have to apply to your dream job. Update that resume, hit submit, go to the interview, maybe even cry in the shower before the big final interview. You still have to save money, make a plan or take a risk if you want to buy your dream home. You still have to show up and put in the work. And you're not going to meet your soulmate from the couch unless they're your DoorDash driver. And even then, good luck. If they're running late and they forget the extra sauce, Manifesting sells this idea that if you just vibe high enough, your dream will waltz into your life wrapped with a bow. And while mindset is powerful, nothing replaces action, you guys. The universe might be magical, but listen, it's not Santa Claus. What does work? Believing in your dream is a start. But pairing it with action is what really moves the needle. Visualization without action is like staring at your oven and expecting a cake to appear. You still have to mix the ingredients, preheat the oven, and burn one or two before you get it right. Not that that's happened to me before. You guys, manifestation is not magic. You have to want something and take steps toward it every single day. But what about when you do everything right and the dream still falls apart? You guys, since I was a little girl, I dreamed of owning a home in some faraway, sun-soaked Mediterranean land. A house with history, character, and a view that felt like a postcard. I've always imagined sipping coffee on a terrace, overlooking the water, writing for hours with nothing but the sound of waves and the occasional clinking of a spoon in a teacup. Years later, I made that dream real. We found a villa in Bodrum, Turkey, perched high on a hill with the sea stretching out like a painting. It wasn't just a renovation, it was a complete rebirth. We gutted it to the ground and built it back up, choosing every tile, every window, every tiny piece of decor. That summer, I spent what felt like every waking moment picking out furniture, colors, light fixtures, every single detail. I poured all of me into that house. When we finally moved in, it wasn't just my dream house. Even the neighbors took notice, you guys. They started calling it the White Bird House because it had whitewashed walls and soft curves, looked like something that belonged in the sky. And I remember sitting outside the rooftop terrace, the salty breeze drifting through me and thinking, this is it. This is the life I've always pictured. And then the next summer, we were separating. The heartbreak felt unreal. How could I build something so beautiful only to lose it? I blamed myself, like maybe I hadn't manifested hard enough or my energy was perfect or I forgot some detail. But here's what I learned. Manifesting doesn't guarantee forever. It doesn't control timing. Some dreams are meant to be chapters, not destinations. What does work? Learning to trust that when a dream ends, it's not wasted. That house wasn't just a loss. It was proof that I could take a childhood fantasy and make it real. It taught me that creating joy in the moment matters more than holding on to it forever. So if I don't believe manifesting alone can guarantee our dreams or even keep them from breaking, what do I believe in? Here's the thing. After all the vision boards, affirmations, and heartbreaks, I don't believe manifesting is about forcing the universe to bend to your will. I believe it's about energy, effort, mystery, and timing. The things you can feel but not fully control. I believe in energy, not the high vibey only kind, but the real tangible energy you carry. When you walk into a room with hope and openness and maybe even a little humor, people feel it. Opportunities feel it. Energy isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. And I believe in effort, not the hustle until you drop kind, but the effort that feels like a devotion, like the effort I put into creating the birdhouse. Even though I don't live there anymore, I know every tile I picked, every moment I spent holding on to it was a love letter to myself. Effort is how you show the universe that you're ready, and I believe in mystery. There's no formula for why some dreams fall apart and others fall into place. I think it's bigger than us, and I believe that's the magic. I believe in timing, the kind that surprises you, the kind that shows up after you let go. Meeting my now husband was like that. I wasn't scripting affirmations about the one. I was just living my life, messy and imperfect, and losing keys, and there he was. And I believe it's impossible to get it wrong. I mean, that's my favorite belief. Even when it's slow, even when it's messy, even when the white birdhouse becomes a chapter instead of a forever, you're not failing, you're living. Today, we explored the messy truth about manifesting, the hope, the heartbreak, and the lessons it leaves behind. We talked about why believing hard enough doesn't guarantee the outcome, how the rules we cling to can make us feel like we're broken, why showing up for your dream matters more than perfect energy, and what I do believe about trusting, timing, effort, and joy. If this episode gave you that deep sigh, I'm not messing up kind of relief, share it with a friend who's been manifesting themselves into a headache. Leave a review, follow the show, or come tell me your own when manifesting went wrong story, because we need more of those stories, all right? You never know who needs to hear that they're doing just fine. Messy vision boards and all. Seriously, I created 7 vision boards. I mean, it was obnoxious. And hey, remember that cookbook author I mentioned, the one who didn't make the bestseller list? She's still showing up, still sharing her light, still cooking with joy. Maybe her dream is still coming true, just not on the timeline she imagined. And maybe if we all go and buy Scratch That, we can give the universe a little nudge on her behalf. And as for me, maybe that white birdhouse is still waiting. Maybe it's just not my chapter right now. So maybe your dream is still waiting too. You're not behind, you guys. You're not doing it wrong. I promise. You're right on time. And I am cheering for you. I'll see you next time on Small Talk with Sheila. Till then, keep dreaming big.